Welcome to the Spiritual Business Blueprint podcast. Have you ever looked around and seen some of the most incredibly gifted, talented spiritual practitioners, and they're just struggling to make ends meet? It's so frustrating, right? Well, today we are going to unpack this whole paradox. We're going to reveal why just getting better at your craft might not be the real answer to growing your income. Okay, let's get into it.
So let me just ask you this straight up. Does this sound like you? You pour your absolute heart and soul into your work. You spend years, maybe even decades honing your skills. But when it's time to actually put a price on it, you hesitate, you undercharge, and you walk away feeling totally undervalued. If you're nodding your head right now, trust me, you are in exactly the right place.
Now, here's the thing that trips up almost everyone. We've been taught our whole lives that mastery is the key to success, right? But in the world of personal services, what you and I do, that belief is one of the biggest mistakes holding you back. I know that sounds like a bold statement, but stick with me and let's break down exactly why it's true. This brings us to something I call the expert's paradox, and it's all about this fundamental misunderstanding of how a client actually decides to buy from you. See, the quality of your work isn't what you think it is to a brand new customer. So here is the absolute crucial point. A potential client has no way of knowing how skilled you actually are before they've experienced your service. They can't see it. What they're buying is a promise, a potential outcome. Your 5-star skills are literally invisible to them at the point of sale. This means that extra certification you got or those extra years of practice, they don't really factor into their initial decision to say yes.
So if that's true, then the real bottleneck, the thing holding you back, it's not your ability to perform the service, it's your ability to sell it. The problem isn't in your delivery, it's in your marketing and your sales. If you can't communicate the value and sell the promise of your service, your skill level becomes totally irrelevant because nobody ever gets to experience it. The problem isn't the service itself, it's getting people to buy it in the first place.
Okay, so if more skill isn't the answer, then what is? Well, the first part of the real solution lies in specialization. It's about moving away from this idea that you can be everything to everyone, which, let me tell you, is a trap that keeps so many amazing practitioners completely stuck. This right here is the single biggest mistake I see practitioners make, offering to help with anything. Like, I'm a tarot reader, I can help with any question, or I'm a healer, I can help with any problem. And while that might be true, for a client, it's just confusing. It gives them absolutely no clear reason to choose you over the thousands of other people making the exact same vague offer. Let's look at a really clear example of how this works. The generalist says, I offer astrology readings. Okay, fine. But the specialist says, I use astrology to help female entrepreneurs make confident business decisions during career transitions. Now, who do you think a female entrepreneur with that exact problem is going to hire? It's not even a competition, right? The specialist wins every single time because their offer speaks directly to a specific person with a specific pain. And this is what we call your concept. Think of it as the strategic foundation of your entire business. You have to get crystal clear on these 3 things. Who specifically are you helping? What specific problem are you solving for them? And what is the ideal transformation or results they get by working with you? Absolutely everything else flows from having this clarity. All right, so once you've defined your concept, the next huge piece of the puzzle is your pricing model. This is where we have to shift from trading a little bit of time for a little bit of money to a model that actually values your specialized expertise. If your whole business is built on selling one-off sessions for, say, $50 or $100, you are on a fast track to burnout. The math just doesn't work. As a solo practitioner, you simply don't have enough hours in the day to serve the huge number of clients you'd need to reach a serious income goal with that model. And this slide really just says it all. To make $5,000 a month, you need 100 clients, paying you $50 each. 100. That's an absolutely exhausting hustle. But with a specialized, high-ticket service priced at, say, $2,500, you only need to find 2 clients a month. Just 2. This completely changes the game. It allows you to go deeper with your clients and get them way better results. By the way, if you're ready to stop guessing and want the complete, step-by-step system to build your own high-ticket spiritual business, I've put everything you need into my guide, the Spiritual Business Blueprint. It's the exact roadmap I use to go from 0 to 5-figure months. You can get your copy right now by clicking the link in the show notes. Okay, let's get back to the episode. But here's the catch. You can't just post your new $2,500 service on Instagram and expect people to buy it. The crucial point here is that this level of investment requires a deep, deep level of trust. A client needs to feel like they know you, that they believe in your process, and that they're confident you can deliver on your promise. And that kind of trust simply is not built in a public feed.
So, how in the world do you build that kind of trust at scale? Well, you do it with a really simple two-part funnel. It's designed to first attract the right people and then nurture a real relationship with them. Let's break down how it works.
So this is the attract phase. You use public content, like on social media, not to sell, but to get the attention of your ideal client. And you do this by talking about their specific problem and offering them small, valuable insights for free. Your content basically acts like a magnet, drawing in the exact people you defined in your concept.
Now, this could be anything: Instagram posts, reels, YouTube videos, blog articles, whatever. The key here is not to be everywhere. Just pick one platform where your ideal client already hangs out and be really consistent. The only goal here is to make them aware that you exist and that you get their struggle. Now, for what I think is the most important step, the nurture phase. Once someone is interested, your goal is to move them from the noisy public space of social media into a more intimate, private environment that you actually control. This is where the real relationship building happens.
So what does this private space look like? It could be an email newsletter, a private Facebook group, or maybe a Telegram channel. In this space, you can share more in-depth content, tell personal stories, and just provide value over and over again. In this kind of closed environment, away from all the public noise, trust is built, and your followers start to see you as the credible authority you are.
Okay, we have covered a lot of ground, from why your skills aren't enough to specialization to pricing to building trust. So let's pull all of these pieces together into a single actionable blueprint that you can use to build your own profitable practice. Here it is, the entire strategy in 4 clear steps. Step 1, define your concept, who you help and what specific problem you solve. Step 2, attract your ideal clients with valuable public content. Step 3, nurture those relationships in a private, closed space you control. And only then do you get to step 4, sell your high-ticket service to the audience that now knows, likes, and trusts you. This is the path from being an underpaid expert to a thriving, respected specialist. So, as we wrap up, I want to leave you with one question to really sit with. Forget about trying to do everything for everyone. What is the one specific, urgent problem that you are uniquely gifted to solve? Seriously, answering that question is the first and most critical step on this entire journey. Thank you for listening to the Spiritual Business Blueprint podcast. To get the complete guide and start building your business today, check out the link in the show notes. I'll see you in the next episode.